Oh yeah.
Let's
Hey
go.
guys, we're coming to you right now. Omar is live in location at the
Oh, look.
Houston Texans practice facility. Uh, we're coming to you with this quick injury. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Omar out there
That'd
doing
be
Mexican shit, man. Omar
that'd be
out there
slick though.
at a soccer game.
Yeah, that'd be slick though if I was up here just like I just got the injury report, like and I'm running out with it. I got like the security chasing me behind me,
Yeah. That's what
like
we
trying to
need.
get it all back.
My man is showing the dedication right now, guys. This is what we do at the Bull
This
Run
is it.
Sports podcast channel, man. We getting y'all this quick injury report. We're getting y'all a quickie right now. All right, this is just a
That's
quick,
it.
just a tip. All right, don't be expecting a full. Right now, we just let you know of what to look forward to with this Texans injury report. Right before the last injury report, right before the game. All
Right
right.
before the game, yeah. Some
So
pretty interesting stuff that happened, man. I mean, there's some potential game implicating injuries that have been that have been put out. So
yes. Absolutely, man. Let's start on the Texan side of the ball. We knew MJ Stewart. MJ Stewart gonna miss his second game. All right,
yeah,
that some depth back there on the defensive side. But on the offensive side of the ball, one of the most interesting positions, Omar, Damian Pierce is
yep.
questionable to play. And he's been a big fan of this show. Obviously, we talk very commonly about Damian Pierce over the time that we've been
All
rocking.
positive, nothing but positive things about Mr. Pierce on this channel.
Very So it would be a shame if he were to miss the game. I mean, we definitely would not want that to happen. Uh, no, but look,
Yeah, for
if
sure.
Dame is unable to go, obviously, on the depth chart, it's listed that he's the RB2. And we know that Dare Dare, as John Gruden
As
calls him.
John Gruden calls him.
Uh, yeah. But Dare, of course, is our third down back. He's
Right.
phenomenal at his role as a third down back. His blocking is impeccable. So I don't see his role changing, Omar. He's going to stay
No.
the third down back. So what's most likely going to happen if Damian Pierce is unable to go, they're going to move up Cam Akers, and we can see
Mr.
Cam
Akers.
Akers spelling Joe Mixon and taking some of those RB2 reps. So
Right.
that'll be something to kind of keep an eye on.
Well, the other thing too is I mean, like we talked about this in the preview game, right? In the preview video, like we were really hoping for Mixon to get, some help, right? I mean, like I think the over under on carries for Mixon was like the line is set at like 17 or something like that.
Yeah,
So it's like, okay, if the line is set at 17, then who's going to get the rest of those carries? Because we still got to get that running game going. It's not that is not going to stop, right? Like that has to happen. And so we were really hoping that Pierce, with the little bit that he did show, the little flashes that he did show in game one, where he did, carry the rock relatively well. We were hoping that he was going to come in and kind of pick up the slack on some of that, but that seems that that's going to fall now on Akers. And I mean, I'm personally excited to see a little bit more of Akers in game speed, NFL speed. So we'll see
absolutely.
how that pans out.
Hey, nothing worse can happen for you as an NFL player, a guy that people had already been clamoring for the backup to come in, than having an injury and not being able to get out there on the field. I mean, hey,
Exactly.
they ain't gonna be looking at it like, oh, they took our dog, like if Cam get in there and do well, maybe outpaces him on his carries that Dame had last game, which Dame didn't do bad game
Right.
one. So
Right.
like I said, we ain't gonna throw dirt on his name right now. It's just one of those things, man. We've seen so many good flashes from Cam Akers during the preseason. I
Right.
feel like, hey, if the guy is out, this is what we talked about all off season. The depth. The depth is incredible right now. Nick
Yes.
Cassera
Exactly.
shared so much depth. So if Akers has to get in there, then so be it. Now the other guy that is I think leaning most likely towards not playing and is a little concerning is Drew Scruggs.
Yes, that's the one that really hurts.
Yeah. Now, if he's unable to go, Jared Patterson will come in. And Jared Patterson, he started 7 games for us last season. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? It's kind of an unsexy thing. People will look at it like, oh, two Scruggs. That's just an offensive lineman. He's out. He could be replaced. This, as we talked about, man, this is an ensemble, and they kicked ass in the trenches last game.
Yep.
It's not just one of those throwaway injuries that we can look at and just be like, we'll be all right,
Yeah, I mean, much of the success that Mixon had running the ball last game was a lot to do with that offensive line, man. Those guys were in the trenches doing what they were supposed to do in order to open up those lanes for Mixon to do what he was supposed to do. I mean, you don't have the game that Mixon had without the offensive line. So if one of them's down, the key guy at this point, right, who kind of, I mean, I've always talked about it, that the center, in my opinion, is one of the second most important positions to the quarterback, right? Because that relationship between those two has to be on point. The rhythm has to be there. Everything has to be called perfectly in order for that whole thing to go off, in order for a play to go off properly.
Yeah.
And so, to have Scruggs out, who he's been taking all of the reps during the offseason and the preseason and getting in all that practice, and now we got to plug in a second tier guy. That's going to be that could potentially cause some issues, And the Bears, I mean, we joke about it, right? But last year they had the best defensive in the NFL, running defense against the run. So, there's a reason for that. That front line is pretty stout on the defensive side. So
you want all your horses for sure.
Yeah, exactly. You want to not only that, but that I'm curious to see. I mean, because last game we were really relying on that run game. And either it's going to be an air show today, or we're going to struggle.
Yeah, no doubt. Can I just say, bro, you look good out there in the natural light, bro.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm trying to walk around and find like the proper lighting. You know what I'm saying? But I can't even see what's going on my screen right now. So I'm just hoping that everything's coming in nice and clear. But yeah,
you got your aura right there, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, your boy cleans up pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm a slouch around the house during the week, but when I got to get out in public, I step out.
Well, hey, while you're out there, let people know about the Bull Run Sports podcast channel.
That's
man.
right.
You know where you find us. You rocking with us right here. Obviously, you watching us, man. We appreciate you being here. Do all the
For sure.
Things, get all the buttons, hit the like and subscribe. Visit us at the Bull Run Shop, man. You should be seeing the notifications there for the Bull Run Shop, and you scroll down a little bit, you should see the description of some of the merch that we got, man. So we're trying to make it easier for y'all to get up on what we got rocking, man.
Yes, sir.
To kind of cap off the Texans injury stuff, man, Dalton Schultz had been dealing with an ankle injury all week, but he was a full participant at Friday's practice, which indicates that he may be able to go. Nico Collins reportedly dealing with illness, but he was also out there Friday. Friday practice is always the indication of where things are leaning, if they're going to play.
Right.
It looked good on that end, man. People were kind of excited with the possibility of maybe Cade Stover getting in in Schultz's position, maybe running some of those drives and seeing him going. But I will say, man, keep Stover's ass where he is, because
yes, exactly.
He didn't show up in the stat sheet, but I would say arguably he had top 3 best games of anyone played last week.
Yeah.
The Colts.
Yeah.
I mean, tenacity.
Mixon had tons of great stuff to say about Stover after that game. I mean, again, I mentioned the offensive line being a big part of why Mixon did what he was able to do last week, but Cade Stover just as much, right? I mean, he went in there for some key plays, got some key blocks in there, and really kind of paved the way for Mixon. So even though I would love to see the kid get some shine on the receiving side and get some stats on his resume, I mean, hell, those unsung heroes, bro. You know how we like to give them their flowers on this channel. So, there's no shame in getting in there and doing your job, and that's a lot of what the culture has been this season, right? Iron sharpens iron, but get in there. Your assignment is XYZ, and we're going to move forward as a unit, and we're going to win this game together, and everybody doing their job. It's not about the stats. It's not about the numbers. It's about the W, and then ultimately being in New Orleans in February, right?
100%, brother. 100%, man. So, look, in the spirit of keeping this short, we'll lightly brush on the Bears side.
Yeah, how many of those sassy soldiers are going to be on the sidelines getting their nails done? I know a couple of their receivers are out.
Potentially, Roman Dunze is still dealing with. I think it's a MCL sprain, if I'm not mistaken. Now that's one that I would think that most likely he's not going to be able to go. You know, you kind of don't want to mess with those kind of injuries. Keenan Allen, as we talked about last episode, Keenan Allen seems like he's always banged up, but man, he's a tough guy. He has a heel injury. He's most likely. I would suspect that we'll see him out there, man, to go along with DJ Moore, who is a phenomenal receiver. So they'll be a somewhat relatively good strength. There's no real big injuries. I mean, obviously they would love to have their three-headed monster at the wide receiver core.
Right.
So they may be down Roman Dunze, but that's the biggest thing coming from their side.
I mean, I don't think it's going to matter much, though, right? I mean, what's his name is going to be? Oh, Sassy Pants is going to be on his back most of the time. Because I got a feeling that defense is going to give him his welcome to the NFL game today.
He's gonna be a pillow princess, bro. We're
gonna
have
It's a little concerning that you know that phrase, but all right, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Hey, like we promised, man. We just giving you out a tip on this one. We real quickly. We gonna head out, man. We're gonna let Omar that being a good daddy, man. Y'all give it up for all the fathers.
I'm out here dedicated, baby. Hey, listen, man. We made it. We made a promise. We made a commitment, right? To keep everybody informed as much as we possibly can. And a little soccer. I'm sitting here watching my baby girl go hard, and she's already made like 20 goals already today. So she showed what she needed to show. So she's good. We're over here. It's a beautiful day in Houston too. So it all works out, man.
It looked like it, man. We got to do this more often, dog. We'll hit y'all up on location.
Already.
Let us know whatever needs to happen, man. We are dedicated to this thing, the Houston Texans, baby. Let's get this dub on Sunday.
Let's go.
We appreciate and love y'all being here, man, for this injury report. And we'll see y'all on live where you can join us after the game and hop with us on cam. All right. Turn your phone to the side like boy Omar. He's showing y'all the blueprint.
That's it. This is how you do it. You gotta go horizontal view, you know what I mean? So we can get everything nice and clear, good audio, and you guys can jump in and join us, man. It'd be dope.
Absolutely. All right, man. Peace.
Love y'all.